Hello, everyone, and welcome
Hello.
back. It's been a long time.
Too long.
Far too long. So I had an exciting time while we were away. I caught the spicy cough, and that was not great. Make sure you mask up and get boosted and get your vaccination if you haven't.
Yes.
Otherwise, lots of stuff happening. Obviously we have been having the Kamigawa pre-release.
Yes, very exciting.
Yes, oh my gosh. The turnout was huge. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
this is the last day and it was just packed.
Yeah,
like-
I've seen every day of it, and it's just insane. Biggest
Yeah.
turnout I've seen.
Yeah, I think everyone was just really hyped because, like, Kamigawa, I guess they just really wanted, like, Wizards to know, hey, Kamigawa's, like, popular, we really love it.
Yeah.
This is one of the best things, like, we all love it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean, it's dope.
It is dope. I also got to get the decorations for the shop. So if you've visited lately
That's fun.
and seen the like neon sakura tree on the counter up front and the lights, I did that. So
That is awesome.
and also the lights are like, it's like a strip of tape with like diodes in
Yeah.
it. And I was like, as I was attaching it, what if these, I had this horrible thought that what if they were like Christmas lights and if one of them was busted, they just
Oh.
all wouldn't go. Thankfully that was not the case. Another
Yeah.
worry I had was that they wouldn't be visible because the shop's lights are on and we weren't exactly going to dim it for like LED displays.
Yeah.
But thankfully it showed up real well, in my opinion.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember like coming in on Friday and just being like, "Whoa, that's really cool."
It's not a permanent fixture, but that's fine because we can just put it in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, Brian is pretty hype about the Sakura tree. He's probably gonna end up getting that.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, prepare to see it added to our decorations in the stream room as I slowly infect it with more and more e-girl aesthetics.
I
Y'all
mean, nothing
Won't
wrong with
escape
that.
me. So. But so I'm working on a different model than you guys saw me working on for the past forever ago, which was from Eberron. That was an Eberron. I don't want to call it a war machine because it is a war forged. And
Yeah.
it's weird. They are people. I don't want to be talking about like machine fantasy people like they aren't people. That's gotta be. I'm not down with fantasy bigotry.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
If you are discriminated against minority in a fantasy setting, I feel you and I'm sorry. That said, speaking of fantasy bigotry, so I recently played, it's a video game, it's called Boyfriend Dungeon. It's mostly a dungeon crawler game, and it's just really excellent, like mechanic wise. It's like a way less stressful Hades is what I would
that's
compare it
cool.
to. It's got really excellent mechanics. It's got weapons that swap their whole like theme and style of play. It's extremely good.
That's cool.
It has light visual novel elements because you're dating, and these date options are the weapons you wield. Hence the name Boyfriend Dungeon. The premise is that this is Earth, but some people on Earth just happen to be able to transform into swords. And frankly, that's a version of Earth I would like to live in.
Me too.
Any upcoming presidential candidates, if you can make that a reality, you got my vote.
Yeah.
But this specifically comes up because there's like my only issue with the game, really, like at all, because it's the visual novel elements are fine. They're fine. It's nothing spectacular. It's nothing stunning. It's nothing terrible. But for one detail, they did have an antagonist, which I didn't think was really necessary.
Yeah.
And they decided to make this antagonist a stalker.
Huh.
And I was like, this is a weird out-of-pocket choice to have made for what has thus far been just a kind of cutesy dungeon crawler.
Yeah. That does
why
seem
have
a
you
little...
done this? And it
It's a
didn't
choice.
ruin it for me, but it definitely was like, why did you do this?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would have any chance of enhancing the game.
Yeah. And also the stalker's like weirdly racist against people who can turn into swords.
Huh.
And it's like, like, this isn't something that offends me, but I am, like, in universe, it feels real weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a bunch of people that you can date. There's men, women, NBs. At one point, one of the, like, weapons is a cat. And obviously you can't date that cat romantically, but the course of the game has you befriending this cat. And the cat turns into brass knuckles with like claws on the end.
That is awesome.
It's very cool. And also when you equip it, it turns your footprints into little paw prints.
Aww.
It's very cute.
Cute.
I thought it was very, very sweet. There is a vampire at one point. Not the antagonist. But
Vampires shouldn't always be the antagonist.
Yeah, precisely. But is Sword a race? Yes. So the story is interesting because the idea is that the protagonist is like socially anxious, which is
Feels familiar.
everyone I feel like has a little bit of experience with that right now. But the idea of dungeons, which, by the way, show up in places like malls, are currently being considered as, like, a new fitness fad, which, God, I wish, right?
Yeah.
But you would go into the dungeon, and you would fight against monsters that showed up, and they appear and take on the forms of like your fears, like your fears specifically. You can't like determine this as a player or anything, so it's like predetermined for your character's story. And it's explained that it like manifests as like fears that don't necessarily always make sense.
Yeah.
Like one character was like, yeah, when I went through a dungeon, everything appeared as trucks. I don't even dislike trucks. And then he went on to say, yeah, it ended up being a representation of how I had interpreted masculinity and some issues with my father. And
that's really creative.
So the idea of dungeons in this setting, that is Earth, is that it's kind of like therapy, except you're hitting things. Which, honestly, that sounds pretty dope.
It does.
Can any LARPers reach out to me and tell me if this is, like, accurate to what y'all do? Because
that does sound really
I might
fun.
be interested. But because swinging swords is at least half of it, right? But yeah, it's a very fun game. I enjoy it a lot. It took, like, I started playing it being like, okay, well, let's see how this is. And then, like, 8 hours later, I was like, fighting my way through a, like, dungeon in, like, a leather jacket and shades that had been gifted to me by the vampire character. And, it was time well spent.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, that just sounds like an awesome game.
It's very, very fun. What sword would I be?
Ooh.
That's a good question. So honestly, I'm gonna be like real, like, I don't know if this is considered like peasant like quality or whatever, but I think I would probably be like a butcher thing.
Yeah. Like a cleaver.
Yes, cleaver. Butcher's cleaver. But like like one that's like that like isn't too big. Like I don't want a serial killer butcher cleaver.
Yeah, not like the.
I'm not trying to get out here like the Higurashi girl or whatever.
Or like that one guy from Little Nightmares 2.
Oh no, I don't want to be that guy. I don't even know about the Little Nightmares 2 like person who uses a cleaver. All I know is Little Nightmares 1, and I already know that that's bad news.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I think I would be like a butcher's cleaver. Mostly because
really cool.
Mostly because I'm just, I don't know. I feel like I'm just very, I don't want to say concerned about food, but like, I don't know, like not concerned with homesteading or anything like that, but like
strong and able to kind of
oh my god, chat, I told you, not like a horror cleaver. Like a normal just cleaver. Like I'm trying to separate chicken legs so that I can cook it in a stew or something. Like,
yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, like still a little intimidating, but not.
Yeah. I am apparently some people do find me intimidating, which I don't know how, because I'm like the dorkiest person you'll ever meet. But sometimes I do get anxious, so I do get really quiet. So I guess I can see how that might be interpreted as like me being judgmental over here when it's really just me like, am I breathing weird? Can people hear me breathing?
Dude, I do that too. All the time.
Specifically, what I would do, one of my favorite things, in quotation marks, one of my favorite things that I did was like sit on the bus and then immediately be like, what if someone in this school is psychic and can read my thoughts right now?
Yeah.
I better be thinking of something cool or something. And it's like,
or
I don't know where
get
that
out of my head.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. It just happened to me like weekly.
Dude,
where I would be
I think
very
that's like something that everyone at some point at least has that kind of idea, because I haven't talked to people about that who haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just everyone thinks it's like something weird, but it's really not.
Chat's like, uh-oh. Because they also have been like, can people hear my thoughts? And well, you know what? You're among friends.
Yes, you are.
You also, welcome to our club. This is the Chill Paint Stream and Terrified of Psychics Club.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I completely forgot to show our name tag. So I am Nadia. This is Ari. Ari has a wonderful site where she takes commissions.
Yes.
I don't know if they're open right now.
They are, with the caveat that I'm booked through like the end of March.
So be patient. Art takes time. Quality takes time. So yeah, I also realized that we didn't actually have the lo-fi going for our listeners. So let me know how that sounds, everyone. Because it's not a chill paint stream if you can't chill.
Right?
But yeah, so I tried that game. I tried that new game, Needy Streamer Overload, which I thought would be fun. And like, cause like, hey, I do streaming. This could probably be like funny and like have in-jokes.
Yeah.
This game punishes you for playing it. Like, not in a fun way like Darkest Dungeon,
Yeah.
or like how Hades can be. It just felt like a slog. Like I was just like, I'm just trying to help this girl, man.
Yeah.
And there's no like, there is no win condition, let's say.
Oh.
So
Huh.
like there's endings, but nothing feels like like true
Oh.
success. And
Well,
it sort of
that
just
sucks.
comes off like, "Hoo, this is a commentary on streaming," and it's like, was this really the medium you wanted to tell it, guys?
Yeah.
Really? Here?
Really?
Like this?
Yeah.
Because it's something like a simulation / resource management game.
Yeah.
Where you're managing like her stress levels, like how much she loves you, which is a wild statistic to
Yeah,
like have as an
seriously.
attribute. And one of those being like mental darkness, and it's just like, oh, okay, so it's that kind of game.
That
And
kind.
unfortunately, it does like get into like real, just edgy like territory where it's like, okay, so this is like here for the shock factor,
Yeah.
and it was like,
Oh, that's frustrating.
it was a little, yeah, precisely, chat. It was a non-game game. It was kind of frustrating because I was hoping that it would be fun and good,
Yeah.
or at least that there was a win condition,
Yeah.
like.
Like a satisfying
Yeah.
way to feel good about it.
So, impromptu game review from me. Boyfriend Dungeon, thumbs up. Needy Streamer Overload, thumbs down. Don't play it. But I did like roll back into like some older games. Specifically Torchlight 2.
Love it.
It's so good.
So good.
I really, really like it, mostly because I never really got into Diablo. But
Yeah.
the type of game it is very fun.
It is. Diablo's just intimidating.
Diablo has a very... it has like an intimidating aesthetic. The ones I saw, this is gonna sound very childish. There's not very many colors, and I'm not
Yeah.
down with that.
Well, because you need some fun pops. You
Yeah.
know?
And Torchlight 2 is super vibrant. It's
It
very
is.
stylized, and like even going back,
Yeah.
that sort of thing like holds up
It does.
over time. Cause it really, really does. Cause
It doesn't-
when did it come out? A long time ago,
yeah.
like 2000.
2012?
Oh man. Anyway, I know Torchlight 3 is like out.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
Huh.
Torchlight 3 is out, which I only found out because I'd been playing Torchlight 2.
Yeah. I mean, Torchlight 2 is just such a fun game, and I think it's because it doesn't try too hard to be something it's not.
That's true.
You know, it doesn't try to have the, like, most realistic graphics. It doesn't try to do anything gimmicky.
Chat says Diablo is grimdark, but not in the charming way like Vermintide is.
Yeah, agreed.
That makes sense. Because I vaguely remember being like a small child and watching my father play Diablo 2 and just running into Bloodraven, and then I was like, okay, I'm out.
Yep.
I'm out. But it was also like from that era of games where everything was like that, because that was also when Alice, American McGee's Alice was big too. And that was, whew,
Yeah.
if you're gonna talk about edgy stuff, that is kind of like the big one.
Yeah.
For a while, I was like completely obsessed with that game though, so all credit where it's due.
Yeah.
All of my knowledge of American McGee's Alice is any criticisms I have of it for being edgy comes from a place in my heart lovingly from when I was 15.
Yeah.
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 And honestly, advice for anyone watching, sometimes just go back. revisit your stuff.
Seriously.
Sometimes your younger self had really good taste and you just didn't appreciate it when you got slightly older, and you will appreciate it when you go back because you're way older.
Yeah, I mean, this one isn't as old, but Horizon Zero Dawn. First of all, how did that already come out 5 years ago?
Oh my god.
But
really?
yeah.
Whoa. I was just like, whoa, they're making more Horizon Zero Dawn? Isn't that a little early?
No.
And I was like,
dude, I was like, wow, that came out like 2 years ago already.
Oh
And then
my
I
God.
looked at the game and I was like, that came out 5 years ago.
ugh.
But dude, going back to that, it is so much fun. I didn't remember very much of the story stuff. I just had some kind of mental images because, you know, I played it when it came out, got like 80% of the way through, and then stopped because it was just really intense. But dude, that game is so fun. I'm about 2 hours away from finishing it right now, and it's just so replayable and really just, it holds up. The graphics are still insane. I'm just trying to finish it before the new one comes out in like a week and a half.
Yeah, I actually just picked up the Witcher 3.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And that holds up too.
yeah, it really does. I was still like looking at it on my television like, holy crap.
The graphics are really nice.
It's insane. My partner really, 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 really wants to get that mod where you make Geralt skate like in Tony Hawk. I think that might be in The Witcher 2 instead of The Witcher 3, though.
Oh, I'm sure there's a way to get it, though.
Also, we play on PS4, so there's no
okay.
modding.
Yeah.
How much of combo modifier do you think that Alice game had with, like, MCR the year or two after? So many. I'm gonna say so many combos. I did not go very deep into fan works regarding American McGee's Alice, but let me tell you, DeviantArt was poppin'. Speaking of, did you know DeviantArt is still like legitimately like around and active?
Really?
Because so they're actually one of the major like companies who have created a program to find and alert artists to have their work stolen to make NFTs.
Oh.
And I was like, dang, really?
That's
like,
something really important, too.
yeah, it is. Because, like, even artists like Jen Bartel, who is, like, a paid, like, Marvel artist,
Yeah.
is like, hey, my stuff is getting stolen. And also every artist I know is saying that NFTs are super bad, so please, can you, like, stop?
Yeah.
They haven't stopped yet, but
Nope.
we can only hope soon.
Yeah.
This is a NFT free zone.
It is.
It stands for no fucking thanks. But also, like, I can't help but be like personally offended that one of the biggest ones is like monkeys, cause like,
yeah.
come on, man,
Yeah.
that's our thing. Don't do this to us.
Yeah.
This is a whole. This is a blow that the cartoon ape industry will never recover from. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, DeviantArt still existing has kicked you all the way back into high school. You're welcome, chat.
Man, I thought it kind of went down the same path as Tumblr, in just that it made some bad decisions and died.
I mean, yeah, you would think so, but like,
Guess not.
no, DeviantArt's still around. Last I had heard of it, it was actually stealing money from artists. So I was like, huh, that's
yeah.
interesting. So I guess the thing is that they were like, hold on, you can't steal that. We're stealing that. That whole thing.
We're the only ones that get to steal.
Yep. Although I do remember, like, I want to say really recently, but it was probably like a few years ago now.
Yeah.
They did have a DeviantArt contest to design a like SpongeBob SquarePants shirt. And the one that got chosen was, to be fair, one that looked insanely like official. Like it looked like someone from Nickelodeon must have done it. But it was actually someone on DeviantArt who regularly did art of them, I guess, going out with like a demon buff version of SpongeBob SquarePants. It's very important to me that I actually show you guys the picture now that I bring it up.
I need to see this.
So,
Buff Demon SpongeBob. Is that like handsome Squidward?
like, to be okay, a little. But to be honest, no shade at all to the artist because it legitimately looks extremely good. You can't tell that it's like buff demon SpongeBob that's on the shirt. Yup. Found it. Oh, okay. So this, okay, I guess they did actually have. So correction, it is sold at Hot Topic.
That is amazing.
And correction, it does have the buffness. So I am going to post it here. Again, no shade to the artist. It's extremely good art. The composition's very good. It looks like official SpongeBob art. So there is a buff demon SpongeBob in a breaking mirror art. Enjoy that, chat, because I did this for you. And to the artist, if you ever happen onto this channel, one, your art's amazing. Two, I think you have a real future in like graphic design, illustration, probably animation if you wanted to. Three, I really hope you're getting like mad royalties from that shirt.
Yeah. I mean, that's just some amazing artwork.
It's great artwork, but the abs are very distracting. And also I never wanted to see SpongeBob crying in my life.
This is true.
Also, I'm pretty sure the dude who voices SpongeBob will say pretty much anything if you bother him to. Like, in the SpongeBob voice. Because I definitely do remember him, like, swearing in the SpongeBob voice. But also, he voiced Ice King in Adventure Time, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Even though I did drop off of watching Adventure Time, like, well into it, like, I want to say about when they introduced the, like, gender bend episode. I was just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm done. Not necessarily for any reason. I was just like, okay.
It got to be a lot.
Oh, dear. Like, after that, or?
I mean, it kind of was the whole time, but as it progressed, it felt like it did the same thing that a lot of shows do, where they feel like they need to top what they did previously.
Oh, okay.
And that's just a really big pet peeve of mine.
Where things just aren't, like... I feel like Adventure Time was on for 10 years. It might have been. I can't quite remember. I think it started in 2008 and ended in 2014?
Really?
Let me look at the runtime now, because I have to look it up, because... By the way, if you still want that SpongeBob SquarePants shirt, you can still cop it on the Hot Topic site. it was 2010, and then it ended in 2008.
That's a
So
long
that's
time.
a long time.
Like a really long time for that kind of show.
I mean, to be fair, it was extremely popular. Like, people like
Yeah.
Adventure Time. Even now, that sort of, like Pendleton Ward art is just sort of iconic.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
I don't even know if you could make something with Pendleton Ward's, like, style of, art without people being like, hey, can we have more Adventure Time, though? Though I do have to say, one of my favorite, like, facts about Adventure Time is one of the, like, people running the show was like, I hate when people storyboard something and have the word fuck in it, because nothing I ever come up with will be funnier than one of the characters going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Which is so good, because, like,
Because it's true.
it's true. Like, it's extremely funny for a cartoon character to say what the fuck. Like,
Yeah.
and I know, like, it was like a Cartoon Network show for kids, so they have to have them go, like, what the dink, or something like that, and
Yeah.
it just can't measure up.
It really can't.
I feel bad for children because they can't curse
Yeah.
among their friends.
Well, they can,
Well, they
just
can,
not
but-
near adults. And
Yeah.
also, they don't know how to.
Yeah. But, to be fair, using my newfound powers as an adult, I am always happy to enable that.
Yes.
So I'm happy to take children aside and be like, you can curse as much as you want. It's just a word. It has no bearing on how good of a kid you are.
Seriously.
Because I was definitely one of those, like, high-strung kids who was like, you can't say the B word. And the word was, like, bastard. Which,
Yeah.
okay, maybe not that one, because I was legitimately a child who was like, that's not a curse word. That's just a word that means you don't know who your father is.
Yeah.
I legitimately didn't know that was, like, a bad thing with bad connotations. So I was just like, oh, so-and-so's a bastard. And, like, every adult, like, turned. And I was just like, what? Because I didn't know that was, like, not a socially acceptable thing to just say.
Mm.
Because me and my friend were not, like, pressed about it. So we were like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
Things is
know.
weird.
There are some words that, like, definitely have...
I don't like the C word in reference to female genitalia. It sounds gross.
Yeah.
Hi, Cass.
Hi.
You're a good C word.
I heard most of the conversation, and I'm going to accept what you need to say. But yes, my name's Cass.
It is.
Yay!
Have we shown Cass the?
Oh, that is
Pretty
a
excited
good
about
idea.
Yeah. We need Cass.
Yeah.
I just showed.
I'll put it back, chat.
This is gonna be great because I had. So chat gets to see two great things today.
Yeah.
Chat got to see Buff Demon SpongeBob that
Okay.
was sold as an official Hot Topic shirt because it won an art contest on
terrifying.
DeviantArt.
That's terrifying.
It looks good. Like, it's legitimately very good. It looks very official. The artist definitely has a future in art. If I got into animation or illustration or anything, though, and people saw my DeviantArt, though, I think I would curl up and die.
Yep.
Like, from when I was 15, I think I would curl up and die. There's a reason DeviantArt should be anonymous
Yeah.
and no one should ever see.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. Oh, this looks so cool.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and.
Okay, nice and close.
So, I was
Wow.
at Battlegrounds yesterday, and I decided that now I play Imperial Knights.
That is really,
Yeah.
really good.
You got a light switch on it
It's
and
so
everything.
cool. It has a switch?
Yeah.
Like, woo!
Like, if I, everything is magnetized, which means it can sort of fall apart-ish. But yeah, you can press the switch in there, and then I can take off the top bit. So there's all the
Yeah, that's just
internals.
amazing.
That's so cool. Chat would like to know if those are LEDs.
Yes,
They
Yes, they
are.
are.
Nice.
they are.
So clearly what we do is we get one, put it up on the shelf to contribute to our e-girl aesthetic.
Yes.
I mean, you know what else is going around the room too? Lights
Lights!
everywhere.
Brian's gonna have to fight me for that Sakura tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also only $30, so I could probably just pay $30.
Yep.
But I could also probably pay $30 to fight Brian.
Yeah, or you could just fight Brian and win.
Yeah.
No.
For free.
Yeah.
No. I
That's
have
free.
to pay him $30 to win.
You have to pay him $30.
Losing is
to fight.
free.
Oh yeah.
I'm winning. And you take
Oh, okay.
my work. You might just be like, I don't. That's too much effort. You win.
Yeah.
I don't have time for
That's
this.
probably that. That's
Alright.
probably what'll happen. He's probably watching this like right now, planning his counterattack.
But then realizing it takes up too much effort.
Possibly.
No, it's probably what. Or playing D&D.
We're playing D&D.
Or doing both.
Oh no! You know what he's doing? He's watching the Super Bowl.
Yep. I mean, but he might be watching it with the D&D party.
That's true.
That would also be cool.
Regardless. Bye, people. Bye, Jack.
Bye, Cass.
Bye, Cass.
Thank you for stopping in. Also, chat says that model is sick, and they are completely 100% correct.
Yeah. Thank you. I very much appreciate that.
Speaking of, thank you, everyone, for coming to view this one. Instead, you could be watching the Super Bowl.
Yes, we
thanks for
really
coming to hang
appreciate
with
it.
us. Let me go ahead and put the camera back because I realized I
Oh.
didn't do that.
Yes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes. So I don't get sports.
Me neither.
Like I understand D&D, I like D&D combat. I vaguely have an idea of how Warhammer works and like armies.
Yeah.
Sports is where you lose me. Like
Me too.
technically they should be the same thing, like theoretically, but like if you put me in front of like sports happening, I'm just like like I don't know, all my enjoyment is just sapped out of it. I would just prefer to be playing the
Yeah.
sport instead of watching it.
Exactly.
And also all the rules of the sport seem very arcane and contrived. I don't understand.
Yeah. No, I completely agree because
Chat says it's the Bengals and the Rams, so this is better. This doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah,
I
I
have
don't
no
get that.
idea what you mean.
what are those things? Like Bengal tigers and
I mean, of course it's Bengal Tigers. It's the year of the tiger.
oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's probably that same sort of thing for a lot of people as, I don't know, watching like a streamer play
Maybe.
video games
Yeah.
or watching us paint models.
I think I get that.
It's like watching someone else do something you enjoy to get some enjoyment. What I don't understand is the people who watch it like from really caring about who wins point of view.
Yeah, that one okay, that's actually a problem I also have with esports because I'm just like, whoa,
Yeah.
the competitive nature of all of this is insane.
And like
It's-
the only esport I've ever really cared about with teams and whatnot is Overwatch League. But even so, like I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like a game loses all of its validity and fun when it stops being fun.
When it yeah. And there's
Now
some
it fe-
games that are made to be like more competitive than
Yeah,
others.
now it just feels like modern day gladiatorial matches,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Because I feel like I
does.
see like a lot of football players getting hurt, like a lot of them.
I mean,
And I'm
there's like
just
documentaries
yeah.
about it.
I just am like really concerned for them. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
And perhaps I have a like dim view on it because I'm from a household where if the Super Bowl was happening, you would not be able to sleep because people would be screaming. So
Yeah, in my household, not anyone knows who's playing until people yell it at us.
there you go. Well, I don't know. I do remember seeing someone on Facebook posted that one of the teams said they were going to win for Harambe. And I'm like, y'all
want them to
still
win.
on about that gorilla?
Harambe's a meme at this point.
Yeah.
And I like it. He's a good meme.
It's a good one. Isn't it old now?
Yes.
Like
very
really old?
Very old. Like one of the oldest memes.
Oh my gosh. Chat thinks gladiatorial combat would be a dope sport. You are
Yes.
correct. Let's combine this with the LARPing and therapy idea.
Gladiatorial LARP therapy.
Yeah. Speed running therapy in front of a
Ooh.
crowd.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good idea that won't make someone break down in tears.
Yes.
Good lord.
Oh man.
I'm speaking real confidently for someone who sometimes gets self-conscious because I can't open the door when I'm leaving work. You have to like punch it in a certain way.
Yeah. No, I get that. I was at a piercing place yesterday, but I was leaving because they were busy for like 2 hours. Long story. But on the way in, I was fine with it being like a push door. But then on the way out, my brain just didn't process that maybe now I have to pull. So I spent a solid 5 seconds just pushing at it. And the receptionist was just watching me like, what the fuck are you doing?
To be fair, I feel like pushing a pull door is less noticeable than pulling a push door,
Yeah.
which I have done.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just that kind of thing where, like, there's a lot of people around.
Yeah. But you know what? It's an intrinsically very human experience. Everyone's done it.
This is true.
More than anything, I imagine anyone watching would just feel very connected to you in that moment.
Yeah.
It's like when people are eating hot wings,
Yes.
in my opinion. People are never more people when they are like hunched over a chicken wing, gnawing on it.
Yeah. Oh man, hot wings are so good.
Actually, I know that we did like what's the best chicken in town thing, but they didn't include hot wings.
Oh.
This is the beginning of my
Wait,
scheme.
what was the result?
The result of the best chicken in town was Zaxby's.
Oh, okay. So, I think don't go to the chicken strip.
Yeah, definitely don't go to the chicken strip.
Go to Champion Grill.
Ooh.
I've only been there once. It was this past week because I was there for office trivia. Side note, Knights of the Night, best office trivia team. Yes. But their Nashville hot chicken is insane. It's like, the little bit of sweetness you get from like chicken and waffles?
No, because I've never had chicken and
What?
waffles. Yeah, I've never had chicken and waffles.
Oh man, you're missing out.
I think I am. It's just never like a thing I had a chance to have at any point.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing you have to understand about me. I've essentially been locked in a tower for like a decade, so now that I've just come out of it, I'm like learning all sorts of stuff about Charlottesville. Like I just found out that there's restaurant weeks.
Wait, there are?
Okay, so it's not just me. Awesome. So yes, there are restaurant weeks where local businesses for like a week, it happens twice in the year, winter and in spring, summer, I don't know. One of the not cold months, where like all the restaurants will have like a fixed menu with a fixed like price that go from like $9.99 to $19.99. And one of those places specifically was the Melting Pot, which is
Ooh.
that like fancy fondue place.
Yeah.
Obviously theirs is a little more expensive. They're like, I think, an all-you-can-eat fondue place. So
Yeah.
that it's gonna be more expensive. But it sounds very cool, so I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna look for that.
Me too. I didn't know that was a thing.
Also, chat says Knights of the Night rule, and
Thank
so
you.
does Champion Grill.
Yes. Wait,
Very good.
audience person. First of all, if this is Phil, yes. If it is someone else, were you at the event? Because everyone should come to those office trivia events. Super fun. You can find them on Eventbrite. Great time.
But yeah, so I'm basically taking a little bit to just reconfigure myself after this pre-release weekend, because I came
Yeah.
to the Saturday one and I
yeah.
was working for Friday and Sunday, so I saw all of them.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful. It was amazing. There were so many people. There were so many people, dude.
So
Like,
many people.
So many people.
Dude, I saw Friday and today. So many people.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the biggest pre-releases I have seen. And one of the biggest that I have seen since COVID began. So,
Yeah.
I would say extremely successful. By the way, if you have not been able to check it out yet, it's a very fun, very good set. I think they worked real hard with cultural consultants for this.
Which is awesome.
It is very awesome. Because Wizards has not had the best history of that.
No.
But
They've had some interesting times.
yeah, they've had interesting ones. But they worked real close with cultural consultants, which is awesome, and various, well-known Asian artists, and just they really knocked it out of the park. I feel like they were really going for broke on this one, though,
Yeah.
because for the release of Kamigawa, they have had a music video with Hatsune Miku.
I mean, everyone loves Hatsune.
Yeah, Natch. And it slaps, by the way. They released another music video. They have a soundtrack coming out that I think is
Ooh.
going to be available on Spotify.
That's fun.
And then they also released a free visual novel
Whoa.
where you're playing a samurai from Kamigawa.
That's really cool.
Very cool. But basically, yeah, they really, really pulled out all the stops for Kamigawa. So I think what happened is, Mark Rosewater probably got, like, on a mic and was like, let's go, people. We have to do everything correct this time around. Because apparently, Kamigawa, the first set, didn't do that well.
Ooh.
And was not that popular. And for years and years and years and years, even from when I started working here around 2019, they were talking about, oh no, they're not gonna go back to Kamigawa. They said that Kamigawa was a failure. It just failed real bad, and they're not gonna go back. But apparently, some people on Wizards had been saying this, knowing this set was gonna be coming out. So I'm just over here like, so do y'all have Marvel Studios running you guys' leak stuff, or...
Yeah.
Because they were extremely tight-lipped on this until...
Yeah. Seriously.
Because, like, I don't think anyone was really expecting it until they, like, announced it for the, like, quarter releases and stuff.
Yeah. That's how.
Which was extremely funny, because I think there was, like, one leak. And then everyone was like, You're talking out of your butt, dude. We're not going back to Kamigawa. Come on.
Yeah.
But I have to say, when I first heard of it, I was like, cyberpunk and magic. I don't know. But they made it work.
Yeah.
They made it work real well.
Seriously.
Like, have you seen the art for any of it? It's really, really cool. Like,
It is. Their
really
color
like.
palette is
Oh my god,
so
it's so
beautiful.
good. They got someone like coming in to like design all of the like moonfolk like culture and what they would look like. And they were like, so we're going for cybernetics, but we don't want to make it look like Phyrexian stuff, which
Yeah.
is like the Hell Machine
Yeah.
things. So they were like, so how do we do mechanical things that look mechanical without them looking like, you know, machine hell stuff?
Yeah.
So what they did was they went with like rose gold like prosthetics and stuff that were inspired by like folded paper,
Yeah.
which I thought was just very good. Mwah.
It's such a great idea.
Excellent design. Not to mention like the incorporation of all the spirits and like technology. So good.
So good.
I just also really, really like. I just really like the aesthetic. It's so good.
It's so nice.
Not to mention that obviously, naturally, if you've watched any of these streams, I quite like neon cyberpunk aesthetic. Which we are quite prone to here at the End Games.
Yes.
So you might see more neon lights come into the stream room or just the shop in general
Yes.
as we slowly get our grubby little hands on more and more neon.
Yes. I mean, more neon is always a good time.
Mm-hmm. However, I am currently plotting like how to get the shop to run a hot wing like census in Charlottesville so I can figure out where has the best hot wings. I'm tempted to say Mellow Mushroom
Oh,
because
really?
they have those oven wings that are just like because they I think bake them twice.
Oh.
So it's extremely crispy, but it still has like really good like flavor and taste,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's not dry. Ugh.
That
It's
sounds
so
delicious.
good.
I need to try that.
Yeah, they also have because they have it served as hot wings and then like hot wings with like cheese and other stuff like on it. I forget what like all is on it, but it's like a big deluxe
Yeah.
hot wing thing that I'm desperately gonna need to try at some point.
That sounds delicious.
But I have never heard of Champions Grill. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I really want to try their hot wings now.
yeah, they're Nashville fried chicken.
Oh my god, that sounds so good.
Small gray model part went somewhere in
Uh-oh.
the green room.
Oh, that is cardboard shape. All right, so we're at that wonderful part of the stream where one of us loses a mini.
Yes. Ow. Tiny and dark gray. So, the easiest thing to find.
Well, it's even easier because the carpet makes it so visible.
Yes.
You guys can't see this, but we have a very I don't want to say like plain. You got it?
No, this is like.
Oh, okay. We have a very plain drab carpet, so it's like, ah, crap.
Yeah.
Chat says good luck. So
Thank you, chat.
found it.
Hey, really?
I think.
Dang.
No.
Oh, wait, no.
No?
No.
Ah, it's
like
another.
Tiny and flat. There's
Tiny
just infinite
screw.
model bits in this carpet.
Probably, honestly. honestly, at this point, if we sound quiet, it's because we're under the table. Same color in this. Got way too complicated. Yeah, such is the danger of this type of carpet. See, this is why I keep trying to convince the store owners to get like 90s bowling era carpet with the wacky like neon like mishmash of patterns.
I mean, I think we still need that.
Precisely. I don't know why they even had separate parts.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Lord in heaven. Oh, model.
Where my knees are.
By the way, chat, do y'all have any tips on how to not do this? Because I also have lost many, many pieces of miniatures to the floor, which hasn't been great. Flashlights? I mean, I have my phone flashlight on.
Yeah, me
but
too.
Might need something more powerful. This is particularly scary because I do have like a bunch of like containers and stuff in here. So I'm just like, please don't have done some acrobatics, please. Yeah. Me too. But, you know, miniature stuff always seems to learn gymnastics at the worst time. Yeah, it really does. Oh well. It's alright, we'll keep looking. Yeah. But, yeah. Pre-release has gone real well.
Yeah.
I think all of us at the shop are like exhausted because everyone really brought their like A game, not just like
Yeah.
obviously the gamers, but like Cass naturally running everything. That's amazing, and he is irreplaceable. We would burn down without him.
Seriously.
Jasper was awesome at calling out all the raffles. Shane, obviously, very cool to organize the raffles.
Yeah.
Everyone was super excited about that.
And Josh Early.
Josh Early and Joseph Tigner are also judging our pre-release events. Both of you are very patient and very cool. Thank you. And yeah, I think we are about done.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to say to our viewers before we head on out?
I don't think so. I hope everyone has a nice night. Sports don't make sense. And
Sports don't make sense, but if they're your thing, go for it. I hope you have a wonderful Super Bowl.
yeah, but
I don't know
anyone
how
watching
y'all
us
celebrate
instead
that.
of the Super Bowl probably doesn't care about sports.
Who knows? If you care about another sport that isn't the Super Bowl, I hope you enjoy it.
This is true.
Make sure you visit glorfindax.com, and also our patient if you do get a commission, quality comes with time. And you need to be patient for that. So,
Yeah.
but I wish you all a wonderful day.
Yes.
And thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.